Hey everyone, this is Teresa from Base 10 Montessori, and I thought today we might want to do a fun experiment that I like to put in my practical life area. Now it's kind of a messy experience, but I know that that's going to be okay because I taught you how to wash a table. So this should be perfect. Now that we know how to wash a table, let's get a little bit dirty. So today's activity, like I said, I put it in the practical life area because it combines a lot of practical life skills. So today you're going to see exploding lemon or lime juice. You can use either one. What we have here, right here, this is some dish soap. It's nice to kind of have it with a little bit of color in it. So in order to do this particular activity, the child's going to have a lesson on how to use an eyedropper. So that is an isolated activity that you might want to work on, transferring liquids from an eyedropper. Here in this cup, we have some baking soda. So if you have watched my lesson on spooning, this is an isolated lesson that we give in the classroom just on its own. And then using a whisk is one that I haven't done in isolation, but you can do that. And of course, our sponge and our cloth for cleaning up, we've already been through that. And then there is juicing a lime or a lemon, which you can also introduce as an isolated lesson, as a separate lesson in and of itself before you combine all these different skills within this lesson. Now, I'm going to use this type of a juicer today. However, in my classroom, I have used these types of juicers. The kids have worked pretty well with it, even though they're kind of big. It's kind of big for their hands. You just want to make sure if you're using this juicer, those holes, when they squeeze it, those holes need to go down, because if they squeeze it with the holes up, the juice is going to spray into their eyes, and you don't want that. So just be careful of that when you're using this type of a juicer. So with that being said, let's get on to the actual experience of making some exploding lemon or lime juice. So I've got a little bit of lemon here. Here we go. Let's squeeze it. This activity smells wonderful. I love this activity in the classroom because it makes the classroom smell fantastic. And you can put out as many limes or lemons as you want the child to juice. And just remember, however much you put out is what they're going to use. So if you put out a ton of lemon and limes, they're going to use a ton of lemon and limes. If you put out a ton of dish soap, they're going to use a ton of dish soap. If you put out a ton of baking soda, they're going to use a ton of baking soda. So just keep that in mind. Don't put out more on your tray than what you want each child to use individually. So this is a great activity just in isolation. So if you're not ready to make a huge mess with the soap and the baking soda, don't worry, just get out the juicer and let them juice. Oranges, lemons, limes, any of it. I'm going to transfer these back to this cup and they'll go in the compost later. There's our compost. I'm going to set those aside for the moment because right now I want to get this bowl. I'm going to pour our juice in. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a little bit of juice in there, not too much. A little bit of drips. All right, I'm going to put this out of the way so that you can see better what I'm doing, just to make sure we have enough. So we're going to go squeeze, release, squeeze, and release. Now, I have my little whisk here because I thought maybe we might just want to whip that up just a little bit. Let's get that baking soda right here. You ready? Now, let's see if we can make it foam a little more. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's growing. Ooh. What do you think? Should we add just a little more baking soda, see what happens? We can whip it up. It's almost going over the edge here. Look at that. It's pretty cool, huh? So you can keep adding more juice, more baking soda, more dish soap if you would like, until the child is satisfied or until you've had enough. Either way, whichever boundary works for you. So it's a pretty fun work. And when you're done, just make sure that the child knows where they're going to dump this. Are they going to take it to the sink? Do you have a separate bucket you want them to put it into? And make sure they use all of their newfound skills on washing a table to get all that stickiness off the table. And it's a pretty clean work. I mean, it's citrus juice, it's baking soda, it's dish soap and all of that stuff. So hopefully you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share and comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.